The connection between the dollar, today's chaos, and helicopter money. 1. Money printed out of thin air again. People think that receiving $5,000 will solve financial problems. But where do these funds come from? If the government doesn't cut other expenses or raise taxes, the money has to be borrowed or printed, which leads to more inflation and debt. This is exactly what happened with the COVID stimulus checks, which drove up prices on everything from food to rent. 2. Inflation = hidden tax. When the government prints money, it weakens the value of existing dollars. People think they're getting more money, but in reality, everything becomes more expensive, and purchasing power decreases. The poorest are hit hardest because they spend most of their income on necessities. 3. Debt growth, borrowing money from itself. If the government saves $1 trillion and hands out $500 billion to the people, there is still a deficit. The rest of the money goes to service the interest on existing debt, which the U.S. can never repay, no matter what. Every time the U.S. borrows more money, the need for new loans increases to cover the old ones. 4. Expectations of free money and solutions. Many Americans believe that a one-time payout will save them. But this is temporary relief, not a solution. If the economy were healthy, the government wouldn't need to hand out money. People would have enough purchasing power on their own. Politicians know that people love free money, but they ignore that this creates long-term problems. 5. The dollar faces pressure internationally. China, Russia, BRICS countries, and others see this as yet another sign that the dollar is unsustainable. More and more countries are moving toward alternative currencies and payment systems. If the dollar loses its status as the world's reserve currency, the U.S. will no longer be able to export inflation, and economic collapse will happen much faster. Conclusion: the U.S. is running the same trick they always have. They promise money they don't have, print more and pretend it won't have consequences. While people celebrate a possible $5,000 check, they will in reality end up with higher prices, more uncertainty, and an increasingly fragile economic system. In short, it's like peeing your pants to keep warm. It feels good in the moment, but it gets worse very quickly.